What's going on, folks? Kai the Fish Guy here, and we have a very special event going on today. So directly behind me in this cove are a whole bunch of rainbow trout. Going in with the tube jigs right here, and by just dropping it like that, I mean, oh, well, there's bass, so if that's that effective, let's see if we can find these trout. Fall in New England is truly one of the most special times of the year to fish. And if you don't know why, it's because during September and October, all the water starts to slowly drop down in temperature. And this leaves an opportunity for a crazy thing, the spawning season. Trout and salmon alike all find their ways into the nice shallow coves and inlets and river systems that the freshwater holds. And all of a sudden now, instead of having to go to all that deep water trying to find them in crazy risky rivers to catch these fish, they're all sitting right at your doorstep. It makes it so unique because you can just throw a whole bunch of different lures that you're never quite sure are actually going to work during the middle of the year. And now all of a sudden you can play around until you find what works, and you can catch them rapidly and in numbers. These big fish that you worked so hard to catch by trolling are right in the palm of your hand. And so that's what makes today's episode great, because we're going to get out in the shallow water and catch a whole bunch of rainbow trout just like this guy here. Look how fat this one is. What a belly. Came right up for it too. Instantly. So cool to watch that actually get the strike on cam. Oh, got whacked again. It came off. Came off. Gotta get that back. Right back over there. Let's sit off the bottom. There's plenty of them in here now, so you're just letting it sink. Let it do their work. They hit it like right before it gets down there. He's gonna hit it. Thinking about it. Thinking about it. Kind of dodged me on that one. Got him, got him, got him. Just as I was changing the motor. Oh, he's doing a straight line. Under the boat, under the boat. He's trying to pop off. This is a nice thick rainbow. Look at that, folks. That's a stud of a rainbow trout. A nice big male. And so I'm just letting it sink, and on the way down they're hammering the tube jig. And you can tell it's a male, again, because those dark colors, but the jaw is just a little bit more defined. What a pretty fish. Let's see how big he is. I guess a little longer than the last few. And he looks like he's right around, yeah, 18 inches. Nice fish. It's very rare that they're this active. And so when they are, gotta try and take advantage of it. They're all just sitting over there.
And all I have to do is let the tube slowly sink. And when they're spawning, trout do a side swipe, all right? So this means the fish are kind of like twisting back and forth against each other to release all of the eggs into the water. So by me being alone in here, staying calm, quiet, it's just almost every cast. Gonna get that one right back down there, and there'll be a whole bunch watching it. I'm gonna get another one here. They're looking. He's on. Oh, he took it. He spit it. My lure got messed up. That would have been quite a few in a row. Gotta try and reline it real quick. The problem is now my hook is bent wrong. That's how many fish I'm actually getting. Squish it back with my thumb. A little bit better. Imagine that. It's like the lure is this beat up and they're still hammering it every cast over there. It's so cool to see. And hopefully I was able to fix it just enough, but they're gonna whack it again. They don't even care that it's mutilated, because right now they're just picking at what they can get. I mean, it was instant. It didn't even matter. So fast. Oh, okay. Well, the hook did matter. So right there, I lost him because my hook is out too far. I hooked into him again right quick, and that's exactly what you want to be seeing. I've been waiting for this behavior all fall. Usually I catch trout like this the start of November. We're more than halfway through November at this point. Or sorry, October. More than halfway through October at this point, and they are still just now kind of coming out into the spawning grounds. Usually it's a lot colder this time of year, but it's been so hot. So we need to try push that hook down the best I can. All right, let's cast anywhere in the cove if they're sitting there. And the nice thing is the trout, they all stack together, right? So since they're all trying to spawn, it's not like all around the cove there's gonna be the fish. They're all over there. So if they're not seeing it fall down, you know, that's the only time they're gonna be picky, is just proximity. As long as you're actually putting this bait in the fish's face, it's automatic. Now I've calmed down, I'm not getting too close so I scare them all off. Let that sink through. Oh, one already looked at it, and I'm on. And that's all it is. Oh, that's all it is. So cool. It's just so fast. Like, so many rainbows. I'm having trouble keep count. My lure is completely mutilated at this point. But another pretty rainbow trout. This one's not quite as big as the others are. But again, it's another 16-inch fish. There we go. Another pretty one. Right? I didn't even fix the tube this time. Watch. This is how easy it is. When you really find them, you know the behavior. That lure is all messed up. Casted it in their zone. And as long as I didn't spook them too much, one will probably hit. Yep, he did. He did. Didn't even matter. The lure is completely mutilated at this point. It sits just above the bottom, and right before it drops, that's when they whack it. Oh, there's one right here close to me. Try and get him to hit it. Oh, knot. Doesn't have to get a knot. All right, folks. Key with wind knots is take them nice and slow, because that would have messed up my perfect timing here with these fish. Just take a nice slow pull, look for the trout, cast back into him, and he's going to be sitting over there. They all are. It's interesting how they wait. The trout, they're going back and forth like this, right? They're looking at the lure, look at the lure, and they don't commit until it just barely gets the bottom. So that's why that's so important because I see them here, right? But they're not hitting until like the very last second. And I'm gonna fix this just cause. Probably gonna switch out the tubes. So that's how good the white ones are doing. Let's see if I change colors to the pink and white, if I still catch as many trout. So the goal I have today, folks, is to see, is the color of these tube jigs actually make a difference when the trout are in spawning mode like this? Because when you have them all grouped together, they can either be picky and not bite anything, or they're gonna hit. And so is color making a dramatic difference? Because when you're trying to catch these fish, trout can be so finicky about the lure. I want to see if it has a big impact. So far I got 7 on the glow in the dark tube. Now we're going to try the pink and white and see if that helps us out or if it does worse. I can see a few right over there. I'm going to put this right in someone's face, see if he wants it. Looked at it, one came in over. It might even have enough sun that I see the strike, but no, they're not nearly as readily striking as the pink from the first cast, or sorry, as the white as they were in the first cast. Now this is sinking down, kind of thinking about it. Oh, he took a strike. You better watch it. He's got it. Yep. Oh, and they're just hitting. They're just happy with whatever I can throw at them. Oh. Oh, he's trying to pull so much. That's another rainbow. I mean, it just doesn't get better than this. They're all super active. I just have to sit here and have fun with them. And this is why a lot of states prohibit fishing upstream for like salmon and stuff when they spawn, and it's because they're just, all the fish are so active and aggressive, and it can really be devastating to the species that are trying to spawn. See, these guys can't actually reproduce, so I'm not impacting anything, but for salmon, if you were to do this and you found them upstream, it can be really bad because you don't want those fish to die or have any problems when you want the next generation to actually come into play. And so that's why those regulations are in place. Oh, he dashed for that one so fast. I saw him go skyrocketing for it on the top of the water. Put it right back in his face. See if he wants it again. Looking. That's so weird because usually it's just right before the fall. He hammered that. Oh, a little nibble. Got him. Oh, oh, what a pretty one. Oh no, it came off. Darn. It's okay, watch. He'll hit it again. They don't even care. Right now they're so aggressive, it's awesome. Looking at it, thinking about it. So many follows, and there's like 5 or 6 of them just sitting right there. I can't believe how many trout are in front of me. And I mean, the fact that I'm pulling so many in shows it. And it's all rainbows too. So the pink isn't doing as good as the white was, but it also just could be because I've caught a lot of these fish now. Able to see them, it makes a big difference too, because then I'm kind of spotting all these fish, and there's just so many down there. He's looking at it, thinking about it. Doesn't take it. Looks right at it again. So now that I've kind of spooked them, they're not quite as active. And there's a lot in here, but they're getting more finicky and less hungry. I mean, he looks right at it. Now they just won't commit. So many trout over there. I can see like 10 just right here. See, so eventually they caught on. And that's why you gotta take advantage of that brief window like that once they're biting, because once one usually starts to bite, the others all do, everyone gets hungry, and then you throw the same bait long enough, they all catch on, realize what's going on, and they don't hit it as much. Because they are not seeming to hit the chartreuse one like they were the pink, And they're definitely not hitting it like they were the white. Now the only way to really check and see if color was the big indicator on this, because I threw all three and I threw those ones in the specific order, is does the fly catch their attention? Because if I'm doing that and I catch a fish on it, it shows that they're not spooked, but they are, one, picky about the color choice to some extent, and the fact that they caught on. So we've got this little nymph, and we're gonna see if this catches one right here. And if it does, it shows that in that 10-minute window of me hammering away at those fish, they already learned that quick. Right? They're like, all right, Jimmy bit that one, now he's at the top of the water, don't bite that tube. This is what I've been waiting for all year. So let's see if the fly really kind of gets him to bite. And I think it might do the job. Now, will they want the fly, folks? Great question. Yep, that's all it was. So they caught on, right? Because see how that got him to strike? And I lost him, but instantly they switched. So they just learned to not hit the tube. So my theory was indeed correct. And now I just gotta put the fly in front of another one. Oh, they're all over there. I lost count of how many I caught. Now they're really becoming a little too aware though. They know I'm here. They've recognized the boat. And so to get one to bite now gets a lot more difficult, because now they're all timid. Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 right there. See if one of them wants that fly. Thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it. Oh. Got one. Ah. Yeah. So, there you have it. The trout become aware of what you're using when you throw it at them for too long. And, just as a general rule of thumb, the glow-in-the-dark UV seems to work the best either way. I caught way more on it. The pink, because they were still biting, so it's a slight change, but switching to the fly, giving them something else to hit. It, just be on top of switching your baits. Something to really take away from this, because say you're out there trolling for hours and hours on end, right? It's not like you have the advantage to learn and see these fish all up close in shallow water, which is why the fall is a super important time to kind of figure out what the fish want, because then when the summertime comes back around, you can use all of those tricks and techniques to perfect the craft. So that way when the trout are all either schooled up deep in the middle or spaced out, you know what lures seem to work a little bit better. And then you catch these nice pretty fish. So that's all, folks, for today. Enjoy and subscribe.